So Bomac, he's come out and stated that he believes that Errol Spence Jr. will stop Tszyu if they ever was to fight. Now we know both these dudes, if they were ever to fight, it would be at 154 pounds, aka junior middleweight, aka super welterweight. All right. Now Tszyu has been wrecking shop up there at 154. He looks like a freight train that's just probably gonna be a problem being stopped, man. He seems like a machine. He beat up on Brian Mendoza for 12 rounds, almost knocked him out, hurt him. He beat up on Tony Harrison, stopped him. All right, so he's been trying to get at Charlo for the longest. Okay, but he's now at 154. He's a belt holder. After Charlo was stripped for his WBO belt, Tszyu was emailed the WBO belt, and he is now the email champion at 154 with the WBO strap. Errol Spence Jr. coming off of his first loss against Terrence Crawford at 147. He got obliterated by Terrence Crawford in devastating fashion. Lumped him up. But Errol Spence fought like a warrior. He never stopped. He kept fighting. You got to give him his respect. Now, others will say that Bomac is full of shit because not too long ago, Bomac said Errol Spence was a hype job. So does that mean that all of a sudden now he's saying but he could stop Tszyu? Well, I look at it like this. Bomac never really goes back on his words. He says Spence is a hype job. Doesn't mean Spence can't fight. A hype job could mean many things. You know what I'm saying? It could mean, this guy can fight, but he's not what people say he is. Okay? He's basic. He can fight. Errol Spence has his own skill set. So I kind of interpret that as it's like almost a diss, because if he said Spence was a hype job, but Spence could beat Tszyu, that means Tszyu is trash. That's how I kind of look at it. I kind of look at it that way. So Tszyu must be a super duper hype job. So, in my personal opinion, man, the old Errol Spence probably would give Tszyu problems. He probably would beat Tszyu. I don't know about this one, man, especially after Bud fought him and he took a lot out of him. Errol Spence, he got a lot to show me. He got to see, I got to see where he at. Because that was a big ass whooping, bro. And since everybody like to talk about the car accident all the time, that caused a lot of the problems why he didn't beat Bud and all this stuff. Well, then I'm gonna put the car crash in that too. I'm gonna compute that into my assumptions that he does not beat Tszyu. I don't think now. Not this Errol Spence. I don't think he beats Tszyu. I think Tszyu might end up stopping him. You know what I mean? We still got to see how Errol looks on his next fight. Listen, he's about to fight Crawford next. That's supposed to be Errol's next fight. If he looks slightly better in the Crawford rematch, I still ain't gonna be convinced that he can beat a Tszyu. But I will say Tszyu is probably tailor-made for Errol Spence, man. He's tailor-made in the fact that his style is made for Errol because Tszyu is going to be right there to get punched. The problem is, though, I don't know if Errol Spence's power is going to carry up to 154. And can Errol Spence take a punch from one of them dudes at 154? Now, people will say, well, Errol, he sparred bigger dudes. He sparred the Charlo twin. He sparred Jamal Charlo. He sparred bigger dudes. Yeah, but like I said, that's sparring, man. That's sparring with the headgear and the bigger gloves. Sparring, man. Errol Spence already was showing issues, with his speech and all of that. He always had weird speech. Like, it was always kind of like robotic. But after that wreck and all this other stuff, he got and then getting punched on in the Danny fight, the Ugas fight. And then now we talking about Terrence Crawford giving him that major beatdown of his life. That can't be a good thing. So I don't think that would be wise to put Errol Spence in there with a Tszyu. Not now. Shit, probably not ever. Who knows? Tszyu might very well be a hype job himself. He probably is less skilled than Errol, but I'm pretty sure he hits harder than Errol, and he's probably tougher and more durable than Errol right now, especially at this stage of Errol Spence's career, with all of the wear and tear on his body and stuff like that. Nah, you know what I'm saying? I don't think he beats Tszyu. It's just at 147 he probably could beat Tszyu, but at 154 I don't think so. Just my opinion, man. But I want to get y'all opinion. Do you believe Errol Spence Jr. smokes and stops Tszyu at 154? Drop a comment. Let me know what you think. Y'all know it's your boy Rebel Life Boxing, and I'll definitely see y'all later on the next one.